Hello friends, I'm Dr. Manu Chadda, Associate Professor, GHG Khalsa College of Education, Guru Sir Sudhar. Friends, today life is becoming much stressful. In the era of threat for security of life due to pandemic, huge competition and rat race for being ahead, we teachers or educationists are facing a lot of hassles in teaching learning process. The major reason being that we in India are not used to this situation of online or virtual teaching. To cope up with such situations, we need a transition from offline to online mode. One such app which you can easily use, it is easily available, which will help you in moving from offline to online mode is Google app. At times it so happens that an idea strikes you. The Google Keep app will help you quickly capture what's on your mind and get a reminder later at the right place or the right time. You speak a voice memo on the go and it automatically gets transcribed. In other words, it has voice typing. You speak something, it's typed. You grab a photo of an image and it can be converted into text, which you can later share it among your friends, among your colleagues, or even with your students. So before I end up here, now next I'm going to take up a hands-on this app. We're going to do it. I request you all to kindly take out your laptops or your mobiles so that you can simultaneously go ahead with the hands-on this Google Keep app. Google Keep is a note-taking device. As the name suggests, it has been developed by Google and was launched on March 20th, 2013. This app is available both on the web, that is, can be used on your laptops or desktops, as well as on your mobiles. And in mobiles, it is accessible both on Android as well as iOS operating system. This app offers a variety of tools for taking notes. It may include text, you can list, you can make images, you can download images, or even audios. This app, in this app, you can set reminders. The user can set reminder as per their own need, picking up any time and any place. One more remarkable feature of this app is that the text from the images can be extracted using optical character recognition and the voice recordings can be transcribed. In other words, you speak up something and it can be typed. So voice typing is possible in this app. The interface of Google Keep is a very simple one. It allows both single column view or a multi-column view, maybe in vertical form or horizontally, all the notes can be visible. These notes can be color coded, that is, you can put sticky notes as per your requirement and then label them. And this labeling can be applied for organizations. That is what I mean here is, like, supposing you prepare notes for class 9, you can give it one color to your 9th science and also put it under the label class 9 science. All the notes of class 9 science can be visible in that particular label. You can collaborate your notes with others. This collaboration is possible with n number of students. It is possible with n number of teachers where they have their mail IDs. Google Keep has a feature that can scan handwritten text and convert it into digital text. So friends, this is a wonderful app, very easy to use, easy to apply, and easily accessible. So before I proceed further, I would like to give you a hands-on to this app. Well, friends, for the Google Keep app, you need to access your mail first. So for this, the pre-requirement is that your mail should be in Gmail. You should have a Gmail account. All those who have a Gmail account, well and good. Those who have their mails in some other IDs, please make a Gmail account, because Google app is possible only in Gmail account. This is the interface of my mail, and here you can see 9 dots. These 9 dots are actually Google apps. Click these apps, and when you click these apps, these are the various apps that are available to us, the services that Google provides us. Among these services, we have one service, this is Keep. Here, this bulb, open this. Now, my Google Keep app or Google Keep service is accessible on my mail. This is the interface. As I told you in the beginning, it has a simple interface. This wheel-shaped, star-shaped are the settings. The settings here, basically, one thing that we commonly use is, you can see here, enable dark theme. Now the interface that is visible to you, the theme that is visible to you is a light theme. You can all see the white background. In case some people want to work in the dark theme with notes in light color, then we enable this, and this is the this is the dark theme. Besides that, there are some keyboard shortcuts given here. For the keyboard shortcuts, which we rarely use because they can be just used otherwise, then in case you find some technical glitch, this is the where you can send the feedback. Here, when you send the feedback, you want to include the screenshot of the background of this face that is visible, then you can include it, and the screenshot is loading, and you can send it to the Google services where they can help you. And otherwise, if you don't want to send the screenshot, you just want to write to them, it can be done either ways. So this is here where if you want to highlight or hide the information, I don't want to include the screenshot, I do it this way and I can send it. But this is rarely needed because it is a very friendly app. I don't think so we need to send a feedback for something, some errors. Now, personally, I like the light theme, so I'll disable the dark theme and enable the light theme. As I told you that it has a simple interface. This is the interface, and this view. This view can be, like as I said, it can be vertical, or all the notes can be visible horizontally. So this is basically the interface. Now coming to the how to make the notes. As I said, this app is a note-taking device. It is a note-taking service. So how to make the notes? You open up here. Now, for example, I need to prepare notes for my class 9 science. I have to teach them the topic of amoeba. So I'll be putting the title amoeba and followed by, in this topic, I'll be taking the structure of amoeba. Friends, it will be good that while seeing this video, if you do it simultaneously on your laptops or on your other handsets. Structure of amoeba and mode of reproduction. I'll be taking these two in this. So this is basically my topic. Now, this, as I told you in the beginning, that you can set your reminders. This bell icon is a reminder. Here, you can set, supposing you need to prepare, you need to teach this topic in the evening. You can put up your time here. Tomorrow, next week, you can pick up any date, any time when you want to do it, or you can even, supposing you prepare some list or some presentation which you realize you need that when you go to Chandigarh or when you go to another place. So you can just pick up the place, put the location. For that, only thing that you need is that your location services should be allowed. You need to enable your location services of your mobiles or of your, so that you get a reminder automatically at that particular place, at that particular date and time. It starts blinking on your screen, which gives you an idea that you need this particular list, you need this particular presentation at that place. Now the second icon, as I said, you can collaborate with your friends. I am teaching class 9A. My friend is teaching the same subject to class 9B. So we can share and prepare our notes. I have prepared the structure and mode of reproduction of amoeba, she can prepare another topic where we can collaborate. So I can just put up her email here, and when I put up that email, and it will be shared with that particular person whose mail I put. And remember, friends, you can do it with n number of people. With any, you can do it with your friends, you can do it with your students, provided they should have emails. Then we had discussed a point that you can add sticky notes. I am preparing notes of science for class 9. I can put all those notes, I can give all those notes a yellow color. This will just, when I open the interface, I'll get an idea from here only that all the notes in class 9 are for class 7. All the notes in yellow color are class 9 notes with science notes. So I've just added sticky notes to these to my set of notes. The fourth here, add image. Now I have to take up, as I said, I'll be taking up the topic of amoeba. Here there's an error. I'll just correct the spellings later. So I have to add an image. If I've already downloaded the images in my desktop, or they are there in my downloads, I can find from there. Otherwise, I can even search Google. So here I have my image. I've already downloaded it earlier, so I have it here. Uh, Here I have this here. This is the structure for amoeba. So I open it and I find that this image will be added here. Okay, now this image has been added along with the source from where I took the image. So when the image can be added here, and so it becomes easy for the students also. It becomes easy for me also to explain them to them. Now, so the image has already been added. Now coming to the, in case I want to archive it, in case I want to store, what is basically archive? Archive is a storehouse. I can archive it, or I can even leave them unarchived. So now this is in case you have made the notes and you already wanted to share it with, like, or for example, at times we get questions from the students, we get something, we access them, and then you want to remove yourself, you can remove from here. That is, you don't want them in the list of your notes. There is a second option, add label. Now, as I told you, we can now, since it is a topic for class 9, I can add this. I've already made this. Otherwise, I want to make another, that is science class 9. This has, I just add this. You can also add your own label. Supposing you want to add a separate label, you just type that label here and you get it. So this is the label that has been added. Now you see that here these notes have been added to class 9 science. And when I open here, I'll find that they are there in my science class 9. They are visible here. So these are the notes. They have been labeled. Sticky notes have already been added. You want to add a drawing. That is, you, besides this, you also want to make your own drawing along with this. You can add a drawing here. This is the pen that is there. You can choose any color of your choice, the thickness of your pen, and here you can draw whatever. Like for example, I want to draw a structure of the amoeba showing that it has these pseudopodia. So these are the pseudopodia. These two pseudopodia, I want to tell the students that these are the two pseudopodia which are the most important organs of this unicellular organism. So these are this I want to draw. This can be added along with my, now this has been added here. So any drawing you want to add, you can add yourself. I'm not very good at drawing, so I just made this very foolish drawing, but I think you can all do it yourself. Then another, if you want to make a copy of it, if you want to show check boxes, when I say check boxes, like I need to write here, like I want to write here that it is about this, I write it is a unicellular organism, single cell organism. All the points that I want to write, I can write here. Then carries out digestion is by the process of phagocytosis. That is, I'm just giving a list of the points I want to give to my students. So you can add any number of points. Reproduces by binary fission. Whatever points you want to give to your students. There can be any, you can write any text here. Please remember one thing, that what the image also that you add or anything that you add has to be in the JPG form. It cannot be in the PDF form. You want to keep these check boxes, you can keep them. You want to hide them, these check boxes are hidden. So it is up to you. You can proceed in any manner. Now grab image text. Whatever has been written can be, I'll take up a separate app for it and then tell you about this. Now you want to copy this to Google Docs, where you can make some changes again as per your choice. I copy it into my Google Docs. It's being copied here. You can see this copying to Google Docs. Once it's copied, you will get a message. It has been copied now. You open this doc. Now, one of the points that I had told you was voice typing. I've grabbed an image here. I've written a few points. I've got plenty more to write, and I don't want to write so much. I can speak up, and you find that it can be typed here. So I am speaking. For that, here I have in the tools, I have an option, voice typing. This is voice typing. Just click that. Click to speak here. You click to speak, and like amoeba reproduces by binary fission. It is a single cellular organism. It has pseudopodia. Pseudopodia are false legs of the single cellular organism amoeba. So here I stop with this. I can make a few, like for example, when I said single cellular, my voice was not very clear. So there are spelling errors. I can make those corrections. Single cellular. Then I want to add a full stop here. I can add at least these little changes I can make. This app has done a lot of my work. That is, it has helped me in typing a sentence without making much efforts. So, well, friends, this is something nice. That is when we can speak out and the matter can be typed. So, voice typing is another important feature. So, this feature, I personally find it the best, and it's very good for preparing those big notes for big classes. So, besides this, now this is when it comes to teaching. We also need this device. We can also use this app in evaluation. As a teacher, students will be sending you papers, and for correction, they can send you papers through WhatsApp, they can send you papers through mail. You can just use those, you can correct those papers and send it back to them. Here, like I've got one paper. I have downloaded a paper of a student. The student had sent the paper to me. This paper, I open it. This is the paper that has been sent by the student. Now, I need to check this paper. I want to check and give marks. So here I have the pen. I've downloaded the paper. I have the pen here. And using this pen, I'm sorry. You see this has opened here. Now I need a red pen or I need a green pen, whatever colored pen I need. Since already red pen has been used, this time I'll use a green pen. This is the green pen. This is the thickness of the pen. Now I will be using this here, and you find that here. This is the diagram. In case I want to make some changes, I can make that. Supposing this is something that I want to make a circle around this, I make it, or I can give marks. Since my green pen is not visible to quite an extent, I'll prefer using black here for you to make it very clear. So here, see, here I've given the marks to my student. He's got 2 out of 2. So I can check, and then these can be sent back to the students. They can be shared through from here through their they can be shared through their mails, or you can also WhatsApp them these through their you can WhatsApp them by saving them and sending it there on their number. So these are some of the remarkable features. Another, like some of the papers you want as important, you can just pin or unpin. I've already pinned here, so these can be unpinned over. This has been pinned. This is one of my important papers. I just pin it here, and this is how it can be done. Well, friends, another remarkable feature that I had quoted earlier was that the image can be grabbed into text. That is, supposing you have something, some notice or some kind of information in the JPG form, it can be converted into into simple word form. I'll just give you an example. Supposing you have some letter, you need to first add that letter. Add that letter. That letter may be there on your desktop. You may open it from there, or if it's simply opened, like here, I've already opened up this letter. So I can drag this letter into my box, and the letter is already there here. So you add this image. This image is being scanned, and then once it is scanned, next you will convert this image into word form. And for that, so this is the image that is there, this letter. Now from this, where there are 3 fingers, from the more icon, you click on the grab image text. Once you click on it, here you get a message that the image text has been grabbed. If you want it like that, well and good. If you don't want it, you can undo it. So here you see that this text, which I had got from the university regarding online classes, this text is there, and that it has been converted into word form. So besides this, whether it being, you can carry on with this, you can even letters in Punjabi or in English or in any language can be converted as per the fonts that you have in this. So well, friends, this is all about the practical view about. I'll take up another letter to make this more clear with you. That is a Punjabi letter. Now here I have this letter. Again, I have opened it from here. So I have this letter, and I drag this letter. It's dropped into the box. This is the letter. The letter is being scanned. Once it is scanned, then from this more icon, the processing is still going on. That is why this is not visible, since it is still in the process. Yes, it is there. The scanning process was going on. Now this grab image text, and once it is done here, in case you want to undo it, you can undo it. Otherwise, this is how you get the word format of that JPG letter that was there for you. So this letter can be stored here in your Google Forms. So these are the letters that I had scanned. So friends, this is generally all about Google Keep. I am sure that you found this app very interesting. These are like as I told you, since I had prepared a lesson for Science Class 9, if I open it here, you will find that this lesson in yellow, we had prepared with a yellow sticky note. It is there, and whatever matter you do, whatever work you do is stored in this app. So this is about the practical aspect of Google Keep. So friends, after a practical view of this Google Keep app, I hope you've conceived it well, and it turned out to be quite safe and quite understandable for all of you. Please remember one thing, that this app is a safe app. Your images, your photos here are secure. It is whatever is there is in the Google account, and Google itself maintains a lot of security. So please don't be worried about the documents that are there. Only those documents will be shareable which you share, and they are also shared with the people with whom you share. So no worries about its safety. It's quite a safe app. Thank you and have a nice day.